You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about sports in the state of Michigan? You've got the truth, all right. Can you handle the truth? Find out right now on the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, the show that detects and provides truth, research, and statistics about the Tigers, Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, Wolverines, and Spartans. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast and listen to it in audio form wherever you get your podcasts. Follow it on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth, and like its Facebook page. Also check out our website, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast.code80x.me, and donate to the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast for Autism on GoFundMe, and know the truth.
I'm Taylor Phillips, your Michigan Sports Truth Detective, and welcome to another episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. And this podcast consists of hard criticism, hard stories, interesting stats, and the reality about all sports teams in the state of Michigan. If fans can't handle it, they will be doomed to know. This podcast, as a disclaimer, this podcast is hosted by someone who has autism, which is me, and is not for entertainment purposes. The views expressed by the audience do not, let alone fans, do not reflect the truth and reality about our teams. Sorry about that. But anyway, got lots to talk about. The Lions, Terrion Arnold situation, plus Mel Tucker and Brenda Tracy having their lawsuit dismissed. Another Tigers Tribune spring training report. The Red Wings. So let me mute my mic. All right, so I apologize for the lack of preparation, but my lack of preparation, but now I'm ready. So, as I said, we got the Lions Terrion Arnold situation to talk about, plus Brenda Tracy having her lawsuit dismissed against Mel Tucker, which means absolutely nothing to the head coach situation. Got an interesting Tigers Tribune spring training report update to talk about, plus the Red Wings hanging by a thread, trying to battle for third place in the not so Atlantic division, the scrambled Atlantic division. The Pistons, they keep winning games, of course, but there's still room for improvement. The Michigan Wolverines winning the outright Big Ten championship, and the Spartans upsetting Purdue at Mackey Arena. Man, that was a big win. But I think it's time for me to discuss something very important. With the Lions lowdown, Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold has been linked to a kidnapping and robbery plot over an Airbnb burglary, but he has not been charged. Charged of those crimes. His friends are. They say he's linked to it. Terrion Arnold has denied his wrongdoings. Has denied any wrongdoings. No charges have been filed against Arnold himself, but he's linked to it. This is multiple stories, getting it from a source from John Macarone of Sports Illustrated and the Detroit Sports Podcast reported that, and the Detroit News as well. No, it's the Detroit News reported this original story, and we'll get to the Macaron story about how it affects the Lions pursuing any free agents, more specifically Max Crosby. So, says he did not participate. The statement said to TMZ he did not participate in, nor was he present for any conduct related to the alleged offenses, unquote. Quote, and I quote, "There's no evidence in police reports, text messages, or witness statements that implicates Mr. Arnold in any way." Through a series of events, Arnold began to suspect that the chauffeur may have had a hand in the burglaries, the judge wrote. Arnold's girlfriend was there along with two other friends of the football player, who were armed with a rifle and handgun. The chauffeur was held at gunpoint and forced in the back. He was gun pointed in the back of the head and taken to the bedroom with the other victims. One of Arnold's friends stuck the barrel of his firearm into the chauffeur's mouth and demanded that he return the stolen property. So they were trying. So one of Arnold's friends was trying to save the hotel from being robbed. So, did they not contact the police about it? So Hudson and Williams are currently being held at the Hillsborough County Jail. Both are charged with armed robbery and kidnapping. The jail records show it was unclear if they had legal representation. But Terrion Arnold was mentioned, at least by the media, for he was only mentioned by the media in that crime, in that plot. And then John Macarone of the Detroit Lions on Sports Illustrated and the Detroit Sports Podcast, who blocked me on X for some reason a long time ago, has the audacity to report that Arnold situation put a halt to trade plans in Detroit, as the Lions are not sure if they will now need the draft assets they would have used to land Crosby. Okay, so the league source is he said that Macaron wrote that Macaron wrote league sources express the recent developments with cornerback Terrion Arnold will likely put a pause on Detroit's willingness to part ways with early round picks, as the team may now need to use on a cornerback in the not too distant future. So Macron does point out that the Lions are going to focus more on a cornerback than a linebacker, than a linebacker in Max Crosby, a star linebacker. I mean, the question is, who are they going to choose? Who are they going to pursue? Which cornerback in the NFL are they going to pursue, or are they going to draft them? One of the two. But I still think the Lions can draft Max Crosby. Then I still think the Lions can still get Max Crosby as the Arnold story develops later on. And Aiden Hutchinson a few weeks ago wanted Crosby to come to Detroit. I think he still does, and so do I. We all want Max Crosby on here. I think it's still doable. I think there's still time left, plenty of time left in this NFL offseason. It's not all doom and gloom, but for the Las Vegas Raiders, a team who Max Crosby still represents and still plays for, they still have plans to keep him. According to ESPN's Ryan McFadden, Raiders GM John Spytek said he expects the star edge rusher to remain in Las Vegas for the 2026 season. So much for getting our hopes up, but what does Max Crosby have to lose with this team? The Raiders are not a good team. The Las Vegas Raiders are not a good NFL team. The Detroit Lions are. I think they need a linebacker to replace Alex Anzalone. I think Max Crosby is it. So they'll need to still pursue him. Plus they need to pursue a cornerback, either an NFL free agency or later in April in the NFL draft, to replace Terrion Arnold if he goes because of this situation. Detroit's entire coaching staff and front office, as I read this on SI from John Macaron, we're in agreement that adding Crosby would have been a move that would instantly put the team in serious contention to win the Super Bowl, and that's still the goal. But if they take the rise completely, but I think that Macaron is telling me, or us readers of his article, that the Lions are that this Arnold situation may force the Lions to not pursue such free agencies, thus not contend for a Super Bowl. Yeah, I forget the quotes from Brad Holmes, and instead pursue just one cornerback to replace Arnold. So this leaves me in a world of confusion here about this Terrion Arnold stuff. When are the Lions going to do it? Only the future can tell. Only time will tell. Dan Campbell spoke on the Arnold Crosby situation, the whole thing, but we're not gonna quote those. So again, waiting for more answers. It's still the Arnold story is still developing as of right now. Again, as of right now, no charges have been filed, and hopefully they're not. And if they aren't, then the Lions can move along with Terrion Arnold, and still pursue Max Crosby. So that's the situation I'm looking at, and that's really a possibility that that I'm looking at on this episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. So I'm trying to put as many pieces together as I can. Yeah, we're all not perfect, but really, I'm doing the best I can. And if it's not good enough for you, I don't know what to tell you. So that's the Lions lowdown. The Spartans Fan Football Edition is now a federal judge has dismissed the lawsuit between former MSU football head coach Mel Tucker, who was fired 2 or 3 years ago, and his accuser Brenda Tracy over the sexual harassment case. The team are, and we'll get to their head coaching situation a bit later on, but Mel Tucker, it appears, won that case. Tracy's attorney, though, says she will likely file an appeal. So this is not quite, this is all but over. This whole lawsuit is all but over. This whole case is all but over. Tracy survived rape. She was sexually harassed by Tucker, filed the suit in October 2024. Tucker was fired in 2023. So that was 3 years ago. That was 3 calendar years ago. That was September 27th, 2023. His Spartans prior to that started off on a 2-0 note, on a 2-0 record, but then he sued the university in 2024, claiming that that MSU fired him unjustly and owes him $80 million in unpaid salary. It was the second lawsuit filed by Tracy that Judge Stokes had dismissed. So that's 2, not 1, but 2. She threw out a similar 2023 lawsuit against Tucker, a decision which Tracy appealed. But so that makes 3 total lawsuits that Brenda Tracy issued initially. One of them she canceled out, and the other 2 were dismissed by Judge Wanda Stokes. The 9-count lawsuit, finding that Tracy's claims weren't applicable due to these statutes of limitation, or that there were no factual issues for a potential jury to consider, according to the Lansing State Journal. So it's all but over. I think it's all but over, but it's still quite developing toward the end of it. I think they still have yet to reach a settlement, both sides. So, well, I'll stay on top of it as best I can. and I'm aware the nonprofit set the expectation, of course. And that was a little stuff between Tucker and Tracy in April 22, as you can find here on a phone call. During a phone call, a little something disturbing going on. So they were talking over the phone, and Tucker did something unusual, something awkward, without her consent. So I don't want to mention it, but it's right there. I can highlight that. So it's all there. So Mel Tucker, I think, is all but out of trouble completely. To jump into conclusion out of this. So we'll stay on top of it. But the main thing is the Spartans football team already has a new head coach in Pat Fitzgerald. So they actually don't need Mel Tucker as of right now, unless things start horribly wrong with Fitzgerald, if you know what I'm saying. So that's the Spartan Span Football Edition. Now another Tigers Tribune spring training report. The Tigers finally win a couple games. They're 2-5-2 in spring training. Now, I want to discuss something about Corey Julks, man. He has a red hot bat. I'm going to share my screen and show you all this these numbers here. Spring training. Look at all these. 500 average, 538 on base percentage, 1250 slugging percentage, 1788 OPS. Wowzers. Jackpot, baby. That's in he's 6 for 12 right now. 6 hits, 12 at bats. He hit a grand slam, 2 home runs this spring, 6 RBIs, 1 walk, only 1 strikeout, a double, a triple. Wow. That's 2 home runs. So that's 2 singles, 15 total bases. Wow. Corey Julks has been a red hot. And remember, they signed him from the White Sox to a minor league deal with an invite to spring training. And he used to play for the Astros for 5 years in spring training, and then the White Sox last year. So Julks has some experience, has at least a little bit of experience in the regular season. His batting averages in the regular season, 297 in 2023, 275 in 2024, 231 in 2025, 288 career, just 3 seasons in to his career. Not that bad. So as a 625 career OPS in the major league level, in the MLB level, 337 career slugging, 288 career on base percentages. So 9 home runs total, didn't hit any home runs. He only played 6 games in 2025. It wasn't used much. So it just didn't work out for the White Sox. It is working very, very well for the Tigers from what I can see through the first 6 games of spring training. His numbers are skyrocketing already. And Corey Julks definitely needs a spot in the starting lineup on the Tigers opening day roster. I'm imagining it would be Carpenter in right field, Kerry Carpenter in right field, Kerry Carpenter in center field, and Corey Julks in left field. Yeah, he's played left field before. Mostly in left field. His career, 69 games played in left field, 59 starts in left field. Wow. Corey Julks has major league experience. Evidently. 26 games played in left field for the White Sox, 24 of them started, 24 starts in left field for the Sox, for the South Sox. In 2024, when he got traded from the Astros to the White Sox, or rather, he signed with the White Sox in free agency in the 2023-2024 MLB offseason. Had experience with the White Sox in two regular seasons then. So only one season in the major leagues with the Astros and 2 seasons with the White Sox in the MLB level. So, yeah, that's all you need to see. But for Detroit, but in Detroit, Corey Julks has been a monster in spring training. He really has. And the Tigers really need to sign him to a major league contract. They need to purchase his contract. Scott Harrison, Jeff Greenberg. I think the Tigers have found the bat that they needed already, even through just the first 6 games. There's still about almost a month to go in spring training before the regular season starts in Major League Baseball. But the Tigers could definitely use Corey Julks in their starting lineup, especially on opening day. Now, I've heard that relief pitcher Troy Melton will miss the start of the season, as I try to look up that article on Tigers.com, powered by Major League Baseball. Kevin McGonigal hitting. There it is. Right elbow inflammation, unlikely to be ready for opening day. Troy Melton. Let's get to him first, as I turn on my screen sharing. Melton here. There we go. There it is. That's all you need to see. So, the doctors suggested 1 to 2 weeks of no throw, quoted by AJ Hinch, their manager. He can still do other things, lifting, running, and fielding stuff. Will limit the throwing while things calm down. So, I'd say don't rush Melton. But my concern has always been their offense. And right now, with Corey Julks, I think they found their bat. Again, 500 batting average in spring training, 1788 OPS. That is out of this world, man. Brett Callahan only had 2 at-bats, a home run and a strikeout. That's it in spring training. I think that you need to use Brett Callahan more. He has a 2,500 OPS, a 500 average in spring training, but only through 2 games. Use Brett Callahan more. So that's the Tigers Tribune Spring Training Report for February 28th, 2026. Now another edition of As the Wing Wheel Turns. The Red Wings beat the Ottawa Senators 2-1 in overtime. In their return from their Olympic break, and then they lose to the Carolina Hurricanes 5-2 at PNC Arena. Plenty of mental mistakes, especially from Simon Edmondson in that Carolina game. He did very well in Ottawa, though, but just a giveaway to Taylor Hall, who opened the scoring with a breakaway goal early in the first period. And then later, Simon Edmondson did score a goal, but then in the late in the second period, one of two goals 47 seconds apart late in the second period, but then late in the third period, he committed a double minor penalty. I believe it's for cross-checking. But anyway, Edmondson, not a disciplined game for him, to tell you the truth. So the Red Wings, as I share my screen yet again, have gone back down from third place in the Atlantic to back down to the first Eastern Conference wildcard spot. The Buffalo Sabres crushed the Tampa Bay Lightning 6-2 at Amalie Arena in St. Petersburg. Wow. The Sabres have been a scorching firebird right now. A scorching fireball right now. And look what they are. They're second place in the Atlantic Division. And now the Montreal Canadiens have overtaken the Red Wings for third place in the Atlantic Division with a 6-2 win over the Washington Capitals. They've been red hot. That's part of competition. The Red Wings are just not quite keeping up with it. I need to see more from this team. Sebastian Aho on the power play. Edmondson, and Patrick Kane got off the goal scoring schneid, picking up his 9th goal of the season from Sider and Comfer. But Shane Gostisbehere and Jackson Blake, the Hurricanes work together as a team. That's why they're first place in the Metropolitan Division, 82 points, 30-15-6. They're a very tough team to beat. They are the best. They have the best record in the Eastern Conference compared to the Colorado Avalanche, the best team in the Western Conference, let alone the rest, let alone the entire NHL league standings. 87 points, 39-10-9. Hurricanes 38-15-6, 82 points. Tampa Bay Lightning 38-16-4, 80 points. So it's all competition here. So as I look up the Detroit Red Wings website for their upcoming schedule, the Red Wings are in Nashville Monday at 2 on a special time. There's no holiday on that. The Nashville Predators right now are trying to chase for a wild card spot, just 2 points back, 2 points and 2 spots back, 27-24-7. Steven Stamkos, Philip Forsberg. Those are the guys to watch. Saros in net has been terrific. However, the Nashville Predators have a goal differential of -27. The Red Wings still have a goal differential of -3, but the Red Wings really need to take advantage of that Predators goal differential of -27. The Predators have been scored on a lot more times than the Red Wings have. And then the Red Wings are home against the Pacific Division leading Vegas Golden Knights 28-17-14, 70 points. That's March 4th. That's Wednesday at 7 on FanDuel Sports Network Detroit. March 6th at 7. That's on a Friday at 7 against the struggling defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. The Panthers right now, 63 points, 30, 26, and 3. That's 30 and 29. A goal differential of minus 14. The Red Wings need to take advantage of that too. But the Red Wings need to really play up to that competition with the Vegas Golden Knights coming up this Wednesday, the upcoming Wednesday, after they try to rout the Nashville Predators on Monday afternoon at Bridgestone Arena. I'm going to keep my eyes on that. So that is another edition of As the Wing Wheel Turns. Now, the Pistons post. Oh, man. An epic battle. The Cavaliers were playing without Donovan Mitchell and a few others, but Donovan Mitchell, the most significant. James Harden was out too. Donovan Mitchell out with a groin injury. The Pistons and Cavaliers still battled it out. The Pistons ended up winning 122 to 119 to improve to 44 and 14. Still the best record and highest winning percentage, thusly in the entire NBA league standings, which we'll get to momentarily. Right now, Jalen Duren, the player of the game, 33 points, plus 14, 16 rebounds, yet a double-double as usual. One of his career high scoring games for JD. Cade Cunningham and Duncan Robinson fouled out. Cade Cunningham, 25 points. Yes, 6 fouls each for Cade and Duncan. You got to stay out of foul trouble. Also need to limit your turnovers. That's 4 turnovers by Cade Cunningham. 8, 10, 11, 13 turnovers total, including overtime, in 4 quarters plus overtime. And that was not a jump ball. That was a foul, but the Pistons held on. Great defense by Tobias Harris. They've been getting the job done. Tobias with the insurance bucket, finished with 11 points. 6 steals by Tobias Harris. Wowzers. He's been a very defensive asset as of late. Asar Thompson, 2 steals, 18 points. 6 steals by Tobias Harris. He is one reacher in the cookie jar, let me tell you. So, Dennis Jenkins, 8 points. Levert with just 1 point. Jalen Duren, 11 of 15 from the free throw line. 72.7% free throw shooting by the entire Pistons team, 24 of 33. That's another area where the Pistons need to improve on, shoot more accurate free throws when they get fouled, or when the other team is issued a technical foul or a flagrant foul. We all know how that goes. Ron Holland, 12 points, -6, but Holland can run really fast and hustle to the basketball and to the rack as well. And that's how you play basketball in the NBA. You got to hustle. But again, you find ways to win if you're the Pistons. Wow, look at all those 20s for Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, and Sam Merrill. Jarrett Allen fouling out, 25 points, a -9. Evan Mobley, 23 points, -5. Sam Merrill, 20 points, -13. Dennis Schroeder, Dennis Schroeder, a former Piston, 12 points, minus 15. Jalen Tyson, 15 points, a minus 9. All the starting five for the Cavaliers were minuses, while the Cavaliers four Cavaliers bench players were all pluses. Craig Porter Jr., 13. Naquan Tomlin with 1. Tyrese Proctor with a plus 12. Thomas Bryant with a plus 10. Those guys can really step up defensively. So that's the Cavaliers bench is an entire X factor on the defensive side of the ball. And the Pistons and Cavaliers are going to meet again at Rocket Mortgage Arena. Sometime in the near future. That's Tuesday, March 3rd at 7 on FanDuel Sports Network Detroit. But right now, the Pistons tomorrow night at 6 at Amway Arena on FanDuel Sports Network Detroit against the 31-27 Orlando Magic. They're no longer the Orlando Tragic anymore. So they're 31-27. They're catching up as we take a look at the conference standings. The Magic, 7th place, 31-27. They are 2-2 in overtime. As of right now, they're coming off a loss. Apparently on Friday night. Take a look at the other games from Friday night. They did not play on Friday. How about Thursday? Yeah, there we go. They lost at home to the Houston Rockets 113-108. The Rockets, wrong conference. There we go. 37-22, third in the West. Yeah, Magic had to play a tough team. They're going to play another tough team in the Pistons, let me tell you that. Which leads to the NBA League standings. The Oklahoma City Thunder escaped with an overtime win over the I forgot who they played on Friday night. That was the Denver Nuggets. That was a brawl involving Nikola Jokic, by the way, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is already back, 36 points. The Pistons and Thunder will meet again sometime down the line. Pistons full schedule upcoming. Where are those Thunder, huh? Not until March 30th at 9:30 p.m. at Paycom Arena, at Paycom Center on NBC Sport, on NBC and Peacock, on our local NBC affiliates. 7 and 4 WPBN, WTOM up here, up in the Traverse City and Traverse City, Petoskey, and Sheboygan areas. Also on Local 4 in Detroit, WDIV in Southfield, etc. But that being said, as I digress, that's the Pistons Post. Isaiah Stewart now has, by the way, the suspended Isaiah Stewart now has 2 games left in a 7-game suspension. They'll play without him. They'll play the Cavs again without him again, plus the Magic. But they found ways to win, especially without Stewart, and even without Jalen Duren. They were 2-0, as we recall, with both Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart suspended. I mentioned that in one of my previous episodes. So that's the Pistons Post. Now to the Wolverines World Beat Men's Basketball Edition. Michigan the Wolverines crushed the Illinois Fighting Illini in Champaign 84-70 to clinch the outright Big Ten regular season championship. Michigan led by as many as 21. Wow. Turnover battle ended in a 10-10 draw. Michigan really outshoot Illinois in all areas. Field goal, three-pointer, and free throws. And barely out-rebounded them 34-30. Led for 80% of this game. Points in the paint, 42-34. Fast break points, 10-1, all Michigan. Points off turnovers, 14-8 Michigan. Assists, 15-9 Michigan. Blocks, 4-3 Michigan. Steals, 6-5 Michigan. The Wolverines beat the Illini in all areas. Number 3 just outplayed number 10 on the road. And that's another new example of how good Dusty May's men's basketball squad has been this season. And it will continue to be good as I look into my imaginary crystal ball as of right now. Well, they won in all areas except for offensive rebounds, 12-11 Illinois, which is only one offensive rebound away behind anyway, just one. That was really, really tight. It was a really, really tight battle in the offensive rebounding department. But anyway, Michigan dominated in this game. Congrats to them for being the outright Big Ten regular season champs. They got Iowa next at Iowa at Hawkeye Arena. Thursday, March 5th at 8 o'clock on Peacock. And then the rematch to wrap up the regular season again for Michigan State. Against Michigan State, the Spartans, a week from Sunday at 5:30 on CBS at Chrysler Center. So the Wolverines are now just playing for a top seed in the top regional seed in the NCAA men's basketball tournament which is after the Big Ten tournament, which the Wolverines clinched the 1 seed in. Now for the Spartans men's basketball edition, the number 13 Michigan State Spartans upset the Purdue Boilermakers 76-74 at Mackey Arena. First win in that arena against the Boilermakers on the road in 12 years. That monkey is finally off the Spartans' back. Finally. We can breathe a sigh of relief. Michigan State won the turnover battle as Purdue 9 turnovers, Michigan State only 6. Tight rebounding battle, 27-25 Purdue. But it was a tight one all along. Michigan State led for barely most of the game, 47%. There were plenty of tie scores in that game. Michigan State led by as many as 8. Purdue led by as many as 7. Wow. But MSU is still struggling from three-point range, just 32%, while Purdue shot 48% from 3. Wow. Free throw shoot. Both teams struggled in free throw shooting. 75% MSU, 67% Purdue, but MSU overall outshot Purdue 53-49 from the entire court, from the entire field. Just barely. Purdue missed the final shot of the game. MSU held on to win. They held on. Wrong section. So nobody fouled out. No foul trouble whatsoever except for Cam Ward, just a little bit. Only 3 personal fouls. But the rest just twosies and ones. twosies and onesies for the rest of the plus 0 personal fouls for Denim Wojcik. Only because he only played 4 minutes. Oh, by the way, back to the Michigan Wolverines. LJ Kaysen is out for the rest of the season with a torn ACL. So the Wolverines will be down 1. But I think they can carry on the rest of the regular season. They've already clinched the Big Ten outright championship. Back to the Spartans. Four Spartan players barely in double figures, and 4 Boilermakers barely in double figures as well. Carson Cooper, 15 points, halfway between the teens and 20s. Not much rebounding by them. Carson Cooper leading the team in rebounds with only 6. Jeremy Fears with only 6 assists, leading them in assists. Only 3 steals by the Purdue team. CJ Cox with two of them. That's it. So epic battle, epic win by MSU on the road at Purdue. They're at Indiana next this upcoming Sunday, which is tomorrow, 3:45 p.m. on CBS. March 1st. Indiana is no fluke. They are 17-11. Lamar Wilkerson, 46.1% field goal shooting, 88.8% shooting from the free throw line. Center Tucker DeVries, as a forward, listed as a forward, but 5.1% rebounding per game. That Connor Enright, 4.7 assists per game. This game will be a toss-up at Assembly Hall in Bloomington against the Hoosiers for the Spartans. It's another challenge for the green and white. We'll have to find out what happens, and then they got home against Rutgers Thursday at 8 on FS1. Rutgers is lackluster, 11-17, a little bit closer to the 500 mark overall, but 4-13 against the rest of the Big Ten Conference. That is terrible. The Spartans should have zero problems with Rutgers at home. And then they go to Michigan, as I mentioned, 5:30 on CBS a week from Sunday at Chrysler Center. I think the Wolverines will take that one. So that's the Spartan Span men's basketball edition. So what did we learn? We've learned a lot. The Lions can still sign Max Crosby as the Terrion Arnold story develops, even though they have to pursue a cornerback in free agency as well, or through the NFL draft. Plus, the Spartans already hired Pat Fitzgerald as their new head coach, so they can't hire Mel Tucker again, even though he won his case against Brenda Tracy, who filed yet another dismissed lawsuit. And then the Tigers need to place Corey Julks in the starting lineup on their opening day roster because, again, 500 batting average right now through 6 games, 1788 OPS, 2 home runs, including a grand slam. Wow. A double, a triple, 2 singles, 15 total bases. He's been racking up those numbers big time. Jackpot, skyrocketing numbers for Corey Julks in spring training. And he has major league experience as well, at least some. 1 season with the Astros, 2 against the White Sox. Got some playing time in 2024, but not nearly as much playing time in 2025. And then the Red Wings need 2 top 6 forwards and 1+ defenseman, maybe 2 or even 3, because they're facing tougher competition against the Carolina Hurricanes, the Nashville Predators, the Vegas Golden Knights especially, and also almost forgot. They play the Florida Panthers on Friday night at 7. The Red Wings need to take advantage of the Florida Panthers. They really do. Also got the New Jersey Devils, Panthers, and Lightning again. The Lightning lead the Atlantic Division. The Dallas Stars, March 14th. In Dallas and American Airlines Center. The Calgary Flames, they've been struggling. The Montreal Canadiens, they've been a competition. The Boston Bruins, the Ottawa Senators, again, a rematch at Little Caesars Arena. Then the surging red-hot Buffalo Sabres and the Philadelphia Flyers, they've been catching up. The Pittsburgh Penguins, they've been trying to battle for a wild card spot. They got the struggling New York Rangers, but the Minnesota Wild and Columbus Blue Jackets, they're no fluke. They're hungry. Then they play the Devils again, and then the Lightning again, and then the Panthers again. That's to conclude the regular season. So that's the Red Wings. And what do we learn from the Pistons? They need to limit their turnovers and fouls and shoot more accurate free throws. They are not the bad boys. Again, violence is not the issue. They don't need to take the term physicality as in playing too rough. This is not football. This is not hockey. Okay? Play basketball the right way, in the immortal words of Larry Brown, former Pistons head coach, in the going to work era, with Rip Hamilton, Ben Wallace, Tayshaun Prince, Chauncey Billups, and Rasheed Wallace. The Pistons do find ways to win somehow. They also need 3-point shooting as well. Duncan Robinson just hasn't been used as a perimeter shooter. He's more like a facilitator. He's trying more as a facilitator rather than a shooter. The Wolverines, since they clinched their Big Ten regular season championship outright, are now playing for a top regional seed in the NCAA tournament as they go to Iowa to tip off with the Hawkeyes, and then rematch with the Spartans at Chrysler Center. And finally, the Spartans, the aforementioned Spartans, made a statement win over the Purdue Boilermakers at Mackey Arena Thursday night, and they still have a bit more to prove as they try to get another big epic win at Indiana, try to rout Rutgers, and try to respond with a win in Ann Arbor. So that's everything we've learned in this episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. I'm Taylor Phillips. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. Like its videos and turn on all notifications on the bell icon. Click or tap on live to find its latest full episodes and check out its shorts videos. Also watch it live and follow it on Twitch at Michigan Sports Truth. Also in audio form, listen to it on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music /Audible, CastBox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and JioSaavn. Also join its supporters club on Spreaker, just $2 a month. Also on social media, follow the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth, and on Reddit at u/Michigan_Truth. Also like its Facebook page, facebook.com/Michigan Sports Truth, and on Patreon, follow it there at patreon.com/Michigan Sports Truth. The show's website is the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast.codeadx.me. And finally, donate to the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast for Autism on GoFundMe. The goal is $2,400. Until next time, this is Taylor Phillips signing off. Stay on the lookout, and remember, I observe and detect the truth about Michigan sports because the Michigan sports truth is out there. Ta-ta, hit 'em with a hind, power to the people, bye-bye to y'all.
High-speed internet service provided by Cherry Capital Communications in Elk Rapids. Visual wardrobe prompts provided by Creative Embroidery of Cadillac. Statewide business endorsements go to Fox Motors, Cops and Donuts, Grand Traverse Pie Company, J&H Family Stores, Positive Chimney and Fireplace, Farm Bureau Insurance, Michigan's Adventure, Alpine Chocolate House in Manistee, Boyne City, Gaylord, Plymouth, and Sault Ste. Marie, Hudsonville Ice Cream, Grandpa's Mini Donuts, Rally House Michigan and Rally House Detroit, Tom's Food Markets, Beacon and Bridge, Fago Soda, Detroit Wing Company, Simply Delightful, JR's All-Star Haircuts for Men, Tropical Touch Spa, Main Street Rocks, G's Pizzeria, Wesco, 7 Brew Coffee, Gardner White Furniture, and BC Pizza. Metro Detroit area business endorsements go to the Annex Detroit Nightclub and its Annex Angels, the Vanguard Hotel in Ann Arbor, Realtors Kevin S. Bentley and Lindsay Gorman, Sean O'Callaghan's Public House in Plymouth, Gino Surf, Avenue American Bistro, Mochi Nut Donut and Boba, the Edo Ramen House in Southfield, the Great Lakes Crossing Mall in Auburn Hills, Empire of Detroit, Modern 7 Bistro, Northville Sports Den, the Union Barber Shop in Birmingham and Ferndale, United Mobile Power Wash and Dry Ice Works in Southfield, Frothy Girl in Ortonville, Spot Truck in Dearborn and Detroit, Athletico Physical Therapy on Woodward Street in Ferndale, Detroit Pizza Company, The Blind Owl in Royal Oak, Brass Rail Detroit. Cali Tickets, call 877-225-8425 or visit CaliTickets.com. Reliance Pressure Washing, The Jagged Fork, Goodman Acker PC, Northwestern Technological Institute, Green Lantern Pizza, The Pins Bowling Center in South Lyon, Impact North in Ortonville, Vitamin Shop in Auburn Hills, Legacy Family Dental Center in Dearborn, 350 Terrace, and Hodges Subaru. Local business endorsements go to Cherry Capital Communications in Elk Rapids, Glen Arbor Construction, Freshwater Auto Spa in Kalkaska, Kingsley Lumber, Boyne Golf, The Outsider in Manistee, the Silver Dollar Pub and Grill in Roscommon, Toy Town of Cadillac and Reed City, the Landing Zone in Gaylord, the VI Grill in Suttons Bay, West Michigan Massage Therapist Emmeline. Visit zenwim.com, the B4 Foundation in Ithaca, Wexford Community Credit Union in Cadillac and Lake City, Jay's Sporting Goods in Gaylord and Clare, The Front Porch in Suttons Bay, Trout Town Tavern and Eatery in Kalkaska, the El Cilantro Taco Shop in Petoskey, Bay Mills Resort and Casino in Brinley, Fuel Up Nutrition in Clare, JNS Hamburg in Traverse City and Kingsley, United Food Service Solutions in Grand Ledge, Friendly Foodies in Alpena, the Asian Buffet in Cadillac and Traverse City, Luddington Meat Company, McBain Hardware, Vandry Home Furnishings in Cadillac, Houghton Lake, Big Rapids, and Traverse City, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen in Elk Rapids, Rogers Food Center in Lake City, Everett, and Reed City, Herman Hiss and Company in Bay City, Fletcher's Pub and Texas Corners in Kalamazoo, the Michigan Theater of Jackson, Hooters in Saginaw, Anna's House in Grand Rapids, Coffee Beanery in Flushing, Merritt Speedway, Northport Pub and Grill, Northern Logistics, and Spicer's Boat City in Houghton Lake. Traverse City business endorsements go to Honest Eyes Optical, Old Mission Culture Company, Archer Contracting, Intrepid Cycling, Moomer's Homemade Ice Cream, TC Man Cave, K1 Speed, Play It Again Sports, Erica Nita of Traverse City Real Estate, Yen Yoga and Fitness inside the Delamar Resort on Front Street, Firefly Kitchen and Bars, Traverse City Fun Running, Bergstrom's Burgers, Margarita's Grill, Wellbeing with Catherine Palms, Traverse City Comfort Advisor by Comfort Center, Bayview Flooring, North Coast Golf Shop, Dockside Market, Anna Very Fine Foods, and Team Bob's Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Cadillac business endorsements go to Cadillac Grill, Cadillac Nutrition, Cadillac Horizon Books, Creative Embroidery, Michigan Coffee Company, Shaley Bear Creations, Pro Quality Cleaners, Raven Social, Wildflower Bakery, Northern Star Event Rentals, Primo's Barbecue, Wexford Jewelers, Evolve Yoga and Fitness, Chunky Bear Coffee Roasters, The Truck Stop, Cadillac Lofts Apartments, Bigelow Supply, The Food Mafia's Let's Roll With It Rolled Ice Cream, Evergreen Resort with Curly's Bar and Grill, Tees Tanning Salon, 5-star real estate agent Stacy Zirkle, The Pine Sports Bar and Bowling Center, Pizza Plus, Chico's Taco House, Baldwin Family Healthcare, Blue Heron Cafe, The House of Hunan, Wexford Senior Care Center, Max Swings Indoor Golf, Beaner's Pizza, Cabernet Peaks, Burke's Waterfront Restaurant, the Cadillac Party Lounge, and the Sweet Shop. Lake City business endorsements go to Cuts by Melanie, the Pearson Agency, the LC Tap House, Hutchinson Septic and Excavating, the Coffee Cup, It's a Denise Jewelry, To the Moon Bakery, Northern Auto Lab, Hammer's Pub and Grub, Shoreline Cafe, Rustic Hog Barbecue, Pancho Villa Mexican Grill, the AL Trading Post, and the Misaki Golf Club Golf Course.